Hey guys, it's Carl, the Fly Agent. I'm here with July 2025 Phoenix real estate market update. And let's get right into it with some of the stats. And you can dive deeper into these numbers in the email below. I have a little bit more specifics in the email down below. But the first thing to note is that the median sales price right now is about $449,500, which is down considerably, about 7% from year-over-year stats. Last year was about 485,000. So we can see the stabilization in the Phoenix market continuing. And the market index score is 71, meaning that buyers have a little bit more power than sellers. And this is why we're seeing great deals if you're a buyer in this market and you can bear this interest rate, the interest rates that are a little bit higher right now for maybe an additional year or two before the rates drop, hopefully. We're seeing great deals that you can grab. And that was highly evident in the deals that we snatched up this month as well with some of my clients. So we'll go over some of those deals, those personal deals that we had. We had some great closings and we got some listings under contract, as well as we have some listings available right now. The active listings, it has surged 47% from a year ago. So the increase in inventory is really causing a slowdown as well. Buyers have a lot more choices. The demand hasn't really dropped again. We're still seeing a good amount of transactions on a monthly basis, but the inventory is that much higher. An important thing to note is it's taking about 26 days for an active listing to go under contract, not closed, but to get under contract. So you can estimate about a month from when you put your house on the market, depending on which market you're in. Different cities, that's going to differ greatly, but we have the average days on market by city below. So these are the average days from a house going active to when they're closing. And Chandler's one of the hotter markets at 60 days. Tempe's at 70 days. Gilbert's at 62 days. Phoenix is 58 days. Surprise is 80 days, so considerably longer than all the other markets. And Scottsdale, I think because of the higher price point, is also up there at 78 days. So another thing you're competing with is not just the inventory of residential resales, so you're like your neighbor selling, but you're also competing against new builds. So new builds are doing a lot of things to attract new buyers, including lower interest rates, concessions that are automatically given to new buyers, which can be used for rate buy downs. So that's lowering the burden of new buyers with their monthly payments, and that's why it is so much more attractive for buyers to look at these new build communities. Now, the amount of new builds in the Phoenix metro area, they're mainly to the outskirts, but every once in a while you'll find a new development in Chandler, and these builders are offering the same builder incentives, which is a great strategy for them to get rid of their inventory, but it's creating difficulty for residential resale sellers to unload their homes. If you have any questions on buying or selling, please let me know. I have a referral link, theflyagent.com/refer. If you know anybody, please, thank you so much. You guys are supporting me and my family by supporting my business, and this is a really easy way to submit your referral info. Everything I need to know to be able to touch base with this referral and get them taken care of is on the site. So if you want to do it that way, that's fairly easy, but if you just want to give me a call or text, that works just as well. I want to take a look at some of the homes we got under contract and closed this past month. So we had this one here on Stadium Court in Seville and Gilbert. Beautiful home. This one we got under the appraised value. So again, what I'm saying is that there are some good deals there to be had. And this one we got relatively quickly under contract. So it wasn't like a brand new listing. It was sitting here for probably about 30 days when we got it. So below the average days on market, but we were still able to pick this one up and get it under the appraised value. Huge lot, beautiful home for my clients. I'm so happy for them. This one in Goodyear as well. This is a beautiful home in Goodyear in the Estrella community. If you have not been to this community, check it out. It's a gem of the west side. We were able to pick this one up relatively quickly as well. Beautiful upgrades, pool, and the community is just extraordinary. So we were able to get this one well under list price as well. Let's take a look. This one was listed at $670 originally, and we were able to close on it at $630. So again, sign of the times and sign of the market. If you're a buyer, you can get some good deals. This one was brand new on the market, this one in Tempe, and we were able to snag it up. It was listed at $525,000. They had tried selling it the year before at $535, I believe. Yeah, $533, $500. They had to cancel it. They couldn't get it off the market. They put it back on the market this year, $525. We were able to get it as a new listing for $491,000, well under list price. So again, if you're a buyer and you can withstand these interest rates, it's a great time to be a buyer. If you have any questions on the real estate market, please let me know. I'm always available, text, call, email, and I would love to help you guys out. We also have a listing. Let's see here. Let me see if I can pull it up. In Surprise. So if anybody is moving to the Surprise area, please let me know. This is a great listing at we have priced at $429,000. This is priced competitively with the new builds, but again, those incentives hurt residential resale sellers because we aren't able to offer those rate buy downs as aggressively as the new builds are. This is a great home. It has a finished backyard, so even though it's not a new build, the new builds are going to get some incentives, but you're not going to get a finished backyard. This is going to be out of pocket at most new build communities, and considerably a lot out of pocket. So this one has a backyard that's finished. It even has a splash pad over here for the kids, which is a really cool water feature, and some AstroTurf, a shed, and it doesn't back up to any neighbors. It actually backs up to the green belt here. So it's a beautiful listing. And Surprise, if you know anybody, please let me know. We also have this one that we have under contract in Gilbert in the Morrison Ranch area. And this one is just waiting on the buyer to sell their property, so it's contingent on the buyer sale. So that's another thing I would like to note, that if you do have a buyer that needs to sell, it is a lot easier in this market to put a contingent contract, because sellers are more willing in this market to accept an offer that's contingent. They're a little bit more flexible, and they're willing to play along with the buyer as long as the buyer has their house for sale and is marketed appropriately. We have this one closing Monday. This is a Santan Valley property with a bunch of land, so that's a pretty good one. It's a manufactured home, and we were able to get a good price after it struggled under the previous listing agent. We were able to come in here and service this listing for this guy and get it done for him. So that is closing next week, so we're very happy for him. On a personal level, I've been flying a lot, so please, if you don't follow me at Carl_the_fly_agent, and you can see all my flying journeys, my stories over there, as well as real estate information and just some cool business features that we've been doing. We've been doing a lot more of that content for local business owners, my friends that are business owners. So if you could go out and support their businesses, that'll be great as well. Cookie Not Cookie. This is a protein cookie protein cookie company that I have become somewhat of a founder and one of 4 people that own the company right now. And we just released a sample box. So this is going to be great for all my real estate friends out there, or people that would like to gift. Maybe they're in the B2B sales or B2C sales, but would like to gift their clients with a little pop-by thinking of you gift. This is our sample box. It's for sale now, $25 including shipping. And then we are going to roll out the subscription model as well for our protein cookies. So these are, I would say, luxury brand cookies. They are not full of preservatives. They're not full of fake powders and stuff like that. They use chickpeas, all organic ingredients, peanut butter, and the macros on these are just incredible. This one's 20 grams of protein, 8 grams of fat, 29 grams of carbs. So if you're into flexible dieting, these cookies will be great, and we're going to unroll our subscription models here soon. You can either buy, I believe, boxes of 12, 1 dozen, and they'll be priced accordingly. Now, again, these are, I would say, high-end cookies because of the way we make them. They're a living food, and they are great for macros. If you go to some of these other cookie brands, protein bars, Quest cookies, Lenny's, they are very high in fat. So it really negates the flexible dieting if you're trying to stay in a low-fat, high-protein diet. These fit beautifully in your macros, and they won't cause bloating because of the way they're made. And you're going to have to try them. If you're local and you would like to try some, let me know. I'll get 1 or 2 to you for free. I'm happy to deliver them to you. But you got to try these cookies, and they're going to be big. So we're unrolling those subscriptions, and then our sample box is already on the website if you want to order those. Thank you to all my friends who helped me out with testimonials. And if you'd like to help me with a video testimonial for this business, just reach out. I'll get you some free samples, and we can go from there. Today is Mari's birthday, my wife. So if you have a chance, wish my wife a very happy birthday. We're very excited for all the things we have coming up with our family. We're going on a cruise next week. So we have a lot of fun things planned with the family and our kids. And again, I just want to thank you for all the support that you've given to me and my family through the real estate business. We'll see you in the next VIP newsletter. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.